I'm just going to create a short little screen video here to hopefully help anyone who's had the same problem in identifying a solution that I have on this particular problem. What I've got here is a recording that I've done with a non-timecode compliant recorder. In my case, it's the SQ drive on the Allen and Heath SQ5 USB drive. Now, basically, I've recorded here 17, 18, 19, 20 tracks. These are all in broadcast wave file, but they're not timecode stamped. What I have done, however, is I've recorded from my Tentacle Sync box a longitudinal timecode track, which is essentially timecodes for the duration of each of these files. So what I want to be able to do is to embed the meta timecode information of this longitudinal timecode track in these files so it's easily synced in a multicam situation in Premiere. Now, I really haven't been able to find a simple way to do this until I discovered Tentacle Sync Studio. Now, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of documentation or instruction manuals on these, which is exactly why I'm doing this video in case I can help someone else. What I'll do is I'll drag all of these files straight in here. And what it does is it does an analysis of the files. And it's telling us that there's no file timecode. But there is, in fact, on this last track, audio timecode, which is what I've recorded from the Tentacle. So what I'm going to do is export a WAV file. And I'm going to choose independent multi-track clips. I'll just create a folder to put these in on my desktop. And it will now export those files as a poly file with the embedded timecode in place. Now, this happens relatively quickly. One of the things it does do that I haven't worked out yet is it actually exports the 20 files, as it has done in this case here. We'll see if I go to that folder. There are 20 files, but each of them are identical because they are a poly file made up of all of those clips with the timecode. And you can see here the size of those is all exactly the same. If we go into Premiere and import one of those, file import, let's choose the first one. If I drag that into my timeline, you will see there are my 20 tracks. Now, in this case, there's not 20 tracks because one of them was timecode. So there they all are. There's all the individual tracks. I've done a mix left and right at the bottom. But these have stamped in it the longitudinal timecode now as metadata. So it's easily synchronized with other video files in Premiere. If anyone can answer the question as to why it duplicates them the number of times, I just want one file, but I'll keep searching on that. But hopefully this helps someone because I looked everywhere for this solution.